story of going to a wedding, and the bride and groom was ready to walk down the aisle, and the maid of honor came in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes late. She got it mixed up. She thought it was about her. And so let me say to you, I don't have it mixed up. It's not about me. It's about you. And I am not elected to be served by you. I'm elected to serve you. I'm elected to serve you. I am still that wide-eyed beat cop that went from being abused to fighting abusive behavior and answering calls of service. And I'm going to serve you in a way that you have never witnessed a humble servant serve you before. And they know being a state senator, the first person of color to chair Homeland Security. They know being the first person of color to be the borough president. They know all of that. That's my glory, but they don't know my story. And there's a significant part of my story that's attached to those of you who are in this room right now. I can remember like yesterday, over 40 years ago, not being able to read the whole story because my eyes were filled with tears when I heard about it. A man that many people have forgotten, Harvey Milk, just fighting on behalf of people in San Francisco, was assassinated in City Hall. And I remember asking my parents, why is this happening? And it was a different time. We romanticize our relationship with those who are the LGBTQ plus communities right now because it's a comfort to do so. But I'm sure if you were to lean into people like Tom Duane and have him tell you the stories that he had to go through, if you lean into some of the heroes and sheroes who were not only withheld from being employed, but attacked and brutalized, just to say I love someone, what they had to go through all over this country and globe. There's still places on this globe where if you are a member of this community, that you are placed in an unsafe environment. And so as we move forward and talk about the changes that we are pushing through, when I stood on the floor of the state senate and talked about the right of marriage equality, I was not talking about just what was happening at the time. I closed my eyes before speaking and I thought about Harvey Milk. I thought about the other heroes and sheroes that paved the way from where we are right now. Your story is my story. Our story is the same. It doesn't matter if you were an African American picking cotton and couldn't wear the clothing that the cotton was made out of, you're the same story. It doesn't matter if you were early Jews coming to America and fighting against Nazi Germany just to have the ship turned back around because of anti-Semitism, you're the same story. Early Italians who were told because of a small number of people that they were criminalized in this country. Early Irish with signs of no Irish and no dogs allowed. Early Muslims who, because they wore hijabs and wanted to be culturally sensitive, were treated and demonized, followed and treated unfairly. Early Spanish-speaking people who came here because of their dialect was not able to move up through the system. You look under the fingernail of every ethnic group in our country, and you see the dirt and grime of climbing up the mountain one hand at a time to participate in the American dream. That's what this race is about. That's what this race is about. This is an American moment that's forcing this country to live up to what its state it is. That's the subtext of this race. I don't want you to be focused on Eric becoming mayor. I want you to be focused on Americans becoming. Damn it, this is the only country on the globe where we have dream attached to our name. There's no damn French dream. There's no German dream. There's no Polish dream. But darn it, there's an American dream. It's an American dream. And that American dream means Q restaurants should open without having to wait 2 years for Con Edison to turn on their electricity. That American dream means that we should be able to build the hotel in the city to hire HTC employees and not have to worry about FDNY taking 3 years to give them a sprinkler inspection. It means that tenants in NYCHA should not have to wait to get a leak fixed or doors fixed. It means that black and brown children in this city should not be 65% of them not reaching proficiency every year in a $38 billion budget. The real crime is not on Mother Gaston Boulevard, darn it. The real crime happens in the Department of Education that does not prepare our children for the future. See what I mean? And that's what this race is about. That's what this moment is about. I'm so excited about this new city council and all of their energy, their fearlessness to see Eric's come in and fight on behalf of the issues that are important to you. And yes, we're not going to agree on everything. Damn it, I don't agree with myself all the time. But we should be willing to sit down and talk and come from a place of how do we make this city better for everyone? How do we lean into our discomfort? How do we foster these conversations in rooms that we did not have before? We're in a city while secret weapon is our diversity. Yet we're walking past each other, don't embrace each other. We don't know who's our Muslim neighbor, our neighbor from India, our neighbor from the Caribbean, our neighbor that's Jewish, that's African American. Let's enjoy each other's experiences and what we have to offer to the city. Man, this is the best place to live on the globe. Living in New York. And it's going to take a while before those who fled to Miami are going to realize that you want to come back. You're going to wake up this city. Wake up our nightlife. Wake up the days and the energy that New York has to offer. And we know it's going to be challenging. We know it's not going to be easy. And listen, there's some things we want, we're going to fail at. But darn it, we're not going to fail at trying. We're going to give it everything we have. We're going to fight to do the right things for the city. So on behalf of Marsha P. Johnson, Martin Riggs, Sylvia Rivera, Essex Hemphill, on behalf of them, and Brother Harvey Milk, on behalf of all of them, this is their moment. They're looking at us right now. Going from the body is not going from the spirit. And their spirit is among us. And it never dissipates. Energy is never destroyed. It just reforms and reshapes itself. It is their energy that we're here today. And we renew our spirits to do the things that are important for the communities that are being left behind. We need to retrieve those runaway LGBTQ young people. I remember as a captain in the police department going down to Christopher Street and sitting down talking to those young people being thrown out of their homes because they just wanted to live the life that they believed they were. We're going to show them that this is a safe haven for those young people in a real way. We're going to teach in our schools. We're going to teach people how to appreciate the beauty of our diversity and use it as instructional moments and talk about it openly on what it's about. We're going to look at our seniors, those real heroes and sheroes that were on the front line. Take my hat off to Sage and others, and proud to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in that initiative. Proud to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into Brooklyn Pride. We're going to continue to lift up what our seniors have done and will fully do. And we're going to ensure that our community is going to look at the mental health crises that's impacting the LGBTQ plus community. And our transgender population, no one seems to understand how they're being physically assaulted in this city and country. And we have to be honest about that and say, not under our watch, not during our time. It's not acceptable to happen. And our nonprofit providers, we have to fund them. And stop playing this game. When you do the services, we start to bargain and give you 80 cents on the dollar. No, you did $1 work, darn it, give you the dollar pay. And you're feeling the God. You're doing the things that we need to do. And I see it as important. And then we're going to reaffirm and resupport proper health. And you're right, Assemblyman, health is our wealth. Yeah. And we have a sick care system. You wait until you get sick, then they give you things just to prolong your sickness. We always talk about the drug dealer that stands on the corner. The real drug dealer is the three-piece suit pharmaceutical industry that has our family hooked on drugs. We're going to use lifestyle medicine in other ways and give you a choice in doing so. And so, New York, I'm humbly proud to be at this moment. But you know and I know, you don't win a baseball game in the 8th inning. We have one more inning to go. November 2nd is the 9th inning. And on that day, forget about who you were with during the primary, who you weren't with during the primary. On that day, we take off the intramural jerseys and we put on one jersey, Team New York. Woo. Yeah. This is our city. This is our city. And that's the day when we move together as one city. And if I can borrow from my favorite Brooklynite, the owner of Snapple soft drink, we are going to win because we are made of the best stuff on earth. We are New Yorkers.